The Minister of Housing and Urban Development, architect Ahmed Musa Dangiwa, has inaugurated a 7-member disciplinary tribunal for registered builders of Nigeria on Tuesday at the ministry's headquarters in Abuja. This move is aimed at reinforcing accountability within the building profession. Our correspondent Memuna Bagudu has more.
In a move to reinforce accountability within the housing profession, the federal government has inaugurated the Builders Disciplinary Tribunal. The ceremony held on Tuesday in Abuja was presided over by the Minister of Housing and Urban Development, architect Ahmed Musa Dangiwa, who underscored the importance of professional ethics in construction. Dangiwa emphasized that the tribunal represents a crucial mechanism to ensure compliance with professional standards.
The Builders Disciplinary Tribunal embodies these principles of accountability and ensuring that standards are followed and ensuring that those who erred are brought to book. As we are all aware, the fear of punishment can indeed be a strong motivator for ethical conduct in any profession. The temptation to cut corners exists in every profession.
Dangiwa also emphasized that the tribunal is designed not only to uphold professional standards, but also to act as a guardian of public safety.
In a profession like building, which directly affects the safety and well-being of our citizens, adherence to regulations and standards is non-negotiable. Because you'll find that a small mistake will consume a lot of lives and also waste of resources. Builders hold the responsibility to construct safe, reliable structures that protect the lives of citizens. Any compromise here is a compromise on safety, and the consequences, as you have seen, can be catastrophic. Well, we are all painfully aware of the recent wave of building collapses across the country. Only last week, a tragic incident occurred here in Abuja, Lugbe, claimed 5 lives, leaving families devastated and even exposing gaps in enforcement and even professional diligence. This is not an isolated case, but part of a recurring pattern that demands our attention and decisive action. The Builders Disciplinary Tribunal, which we inaugurate today, is designed to address precisely these issues. This tribunal will not only uphold the standards of the profession, but will also serve as a guardian of public safety. So as the members of the Disciplinary Tribunal, as I said, your task is to uphold the trust and the credibility of the building profession by ensuring disciplinary cases are managed with integrity, fairness, and transparency. Your decisions will have far-reaching effects, and I trust you will carry out your responsibility with the diligence and the professionalism that this mandate requires of you.
Chairman of the tribunal and also chairman of the Council for Registered Builders of Nigeria, Dr. Samson Opalua, highlighted the tribunal's role in enforcing ethical conduct among registered builders. He stressed the need for strict adherence to a code of ethics and professional practice, which mandates builders to act with integrity and to avoid practices that could undermine safety.
To ensure professionalism in the practice of building profession in Nigeria, registered builders subscribe to a code of ethics and professional practice, which demands compliance to the following, among others. A, to act at all times with honesty, integrity, professionalism, responsibility, and in the spirit of good faith and fair dealing. B, not to engage in any conduct which is unfair, harsh, or unconscionable, including but not limited to removing fittings and materials contrary to any contractual provisions, violation of variations or increasing prices otherwise than in accordance with the contractual or other entitlements, and deliberate undervaluing of provisional sums of prime cost items to subsequently increase contract price. They are also not to engage in any practice which might tend to lower the standards applicable in the industry, including but not limited to non-adherence to the design drawings and specifications, supply of materials of lower standard than specified, non-adherence to health and safety standards for building sites, knowingly utilizing unsuitable and substandard materials, and misrepresentation of capabilities and experience of personnel and workers. Builders are enjoined to observe both the spirit and the letter of the relevant laws of Nigeria, states, and local authorities in which the member operates, including the trade practices and the relevant Fair Trading Act, by ensuring that all key management personnel participate in the training and compliance program on a routine basis. Lastly, builders must comply with both local and international best practice in the deployment, development, and advancement of building technology in their sites.
As the new tribunal members begin their tenure, Dangiwa urged them to act with diligence and professionalism. He added that the Builders Disciplinary Tribunal signifies a pivotal moment in Nigerians' efforts to combat unlicensed building practices.
So as the minister overseeing the Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, I hereby inaugurate this Builders Disciplinary Tribunal. And may God assist you to discharge your duties diligently. Thank you very much. I want to commend the Council of Registered Builders of Nigeria, CORBON, for its collaborative engagement with the ministry in providing a list of qualified nominees. We thank you for that. And I want to congratulate the new members of the Builders Disciplinary Tribunal. May your tenure be impactful, and may you carry out your duties with honor and distinction. The Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development remains committed to supporting the tribunal's efforts and collaborating with professional bodies, regulatory agencies, and even the stakeholders across the industry to ensure that our built environment meets the global standards. Negligence, misconduct, or compromise of safety standards will not be tolerated in the building industry. So today's inauguration is made possible by Section 16, Subsection 1 and Subsection 2 of the Builder Registration Act, Cap B13, LFN 2004, which guide the establishment of the tribunal. So this tribunal is on course, is in the law. This board's constitution aligns not only with the statutory obligations but also with the core objectives of the shared vision of the President Bola Ahmed. As members of this tribunal, your task is to uphold the trust and credibility of the building profession by ensuring that disciplinary cases are managed with integrity, fairness, and transparency. Because at the end of the day, you'll find that in many states where we have these building collapses, you find that the building will collapse, people will come and start shouting, the governor will come and say that he's going to punish those who are culprit, but at the end of the day, nothing happens. So, but if to say that our own profession, or this ministry as a Minister of Housing, what we did on building collapse, we're ensuring that once there's any building collapse in the country, we do our own independent investigation, where we have a checklist of who is responsible from the design stage. Has the design been conducted diligently? Who faulted in the design? Has the approval been done by the planner approval? Have they cross-checked the design before approving it, and they overlook some of the defects even in the design or the engineering calculations? We go ahead to the construction. Has the contract been executed by a contractor? Does the contractor have the capacity to do that? And who are the supervisors to the construction? Are these consultants? Are they qualified to do that? And the owner of the building, has he tried to cut corners by not providing quality materials to execute the project? All this checklist must be there up to the completion of the project, not even after that, even the usage of the building.
The formation of the tribunal comes in light of several recent building collapses, including a tragic incident that occurred last week in Sabon Lugbe in the FCT, claiming the lives of over 10 scavengers. Mimuna Bagudu reporting for Housing TV Africa.